Honestly, man, a lot of people have been tagging me. Obviously, y'all know. All jokes aside, I'm gonna get my joke off first before we kind of continue because different people cope different ways. But a lot of people, since I follow Gunna on Instagram, a lot of people want to let me know that Gunna is in trouble and whatnot and spam me and whatever and whatnot. And so when I did kind of find out about the news, I was that was tough, man. That was tough to see, especially when not just as a music artist, someone that's I've been a fan of now for the last 2.5 years, slowly becoming a star. Well, not slowly, is a star in rap in terms of popularity. Again, we always got to say terms of popularity because Gunna was literally a superstar. Him and Lil Baby, and they were all doing their thing. And as you guys know, the RICO, which is nothing to bat an eye at, nothing to it's a very serious charge, man. Essentially, man, whenever this happens, the feds have been, well, in this case, not the feds, the state, because it is a state RICO. The states, well, even no matter what, the state fed, they're basically building a case against you. They've been building a case against you for a while, for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, who knows how long. People saying it's dating back to 2012. And so usually when it goes down like this, it's the success rate for the state, the feds, is very high, and it's very hard to beat. It ends up going out in a plea deal, and someone who, as myself, has kind of gone through the justice system trial and whatever, and learned a lot about it during my time, and it's a very scary, it's a very heartbreaking, very emotional time in your life, especially one day you weren't doing, you were chilling, making music, and then the next day life just comes at you fast. And I think that when I actually first saw it, I thought it was real, but it didn't really hit me because I know this is gonna sound stupid, but Gunna was gonna drop "Banking on Me," the video, and so I thought that if he was fine, I'm just taking this for a grain of salt. If he was fine, I felt like that video would have dropped, right? That if he wasn't too worried about it, the video would have dropped. The fact that that video didn't go live, it just kind of it was real. At that point, it was like, oh damn, like that motherfucker's probably really going through it. Again, I kind of just put myself in that shoes. I just know how it feels. Not that serious, but I just kind of just know how it feels. And if you ask me, I think Gunna's gonna be fine because it's more about association. Even though with the RICO charge, it's all about who's affiliated with the gang. It doesn't really matter at that point as long as you're affiliated and you're rep. They get everybody. It's for it's to stop, it's racketeering, it's to stop gang violence, to stop a gang. So even if you were, a store runner, or even if you, which I did see a dude on Twitter repping that he was a store runner and showing videos of him affiliated with Gunna and them. I don't know what stupid clout is a drug, bro. People are stupid as hell. I really don't understand what people are doing nowadays, but to kind of see that and to know that, Gunna, for me, what I said that he can defend himself is he could just say that his lawyers will probably just kind of fight a defense for saying, YSL is his job. He's assigned to that record label, not necessarily the gang, the entity YSL. He's paid by a record label, and that's his job. And yeah, he says it, but he could just say he's repping. Again, they have to do it. It has to be proven without a burden of proof, unreasonable doubt. It has to be literally fully on. Proven that, he is a affiliation of the gang YSL. His lyrics, again, I don't know why these rappers, again, for the people that glorify rap music and glorify the new drill music and this new age of like, I understand, like that's why I kind of went into the lyrics. Remember when I talked about the drill and the King Von, and I was wondering, I was like, hey, the one thing I hate is I hate fake rappers. I hate rappers. Future always talks about women and drugs and all that, and that's I can definitely see that being true in terms of his trap music. But the one thing I don't understand is when these rappers are talking about this lifestyle, are they being for real or are they lying? Obviously, they're not going to tell us because of situations like this, but you can kind of see now, like, Is it true or is it not true? And why are we glorifying this in the first place? And why do y'all like this? Musically, does it sound good or do you like the lyrics? I mean, if you like the lyrics, then FBI. And if you like the sound, I mean, subjective. I hate the sound, so that's just me. But that's kind of just why I was wondering. And I think that Gunna is gonna be fine. I know a lot of people are coming with the memes, and that's just kind of the society we live in. People meme. That's what it is. Everybody's a jokester nowadays, and they're making saying Gunna's gonna snitch, and I get that. I mean, this is where you find out who's really real or not, too, as well. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I feel bad for the kids. Young Thug, his kids just lost their mother, and I feel bad for the kids. But you find out who really is like a real OG and who's gonna take less time. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Young Thug, unfortunately, as much as I love Thugga, I'm gonna pray for him. I'm gonna pray on the situation. That's all I can. That's all I can really do, and that's all y'all can really do. Support that. But you got to come to the realistic reality is that Thug is going to go to jail. I don't know because they have him as the head honcho. I think he also got 7 more charges, and the judge denied bail. I think that's kind of like when I saw that. If you get denied bail, man, they didn't even deny bail because he was a flight risk. He got denied bail because they said that he was going to cause more criminal activity and he's going to do more shit. Which I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not even know about Thug and YFN Lucci. I'm sorry, I don't go that deep into rap. With the beefs of the serious beefs, I really did not know anything about the Thug and YFN Lucci. So I did a couple of research Googles the other night, and I was like, holy shit, like these motherfuckers really been going at it, and Thug really do not like this dude. So causing hits and all this stuff, and the one thing too I gotta say, man, is you can still be supportive, but at the same time, you understand. Like, look, man, I'm not gonna be one of those and say that Thug has millions of dollars and he should have learned his lesson. What the hell is he doing? Because again, I like to take a step back. Before I actually speak on something, take a step back, look at everything, and then kind of just go at it from 2 angles instead of just coming at it one side emotionally. I'm not God, all right. I'm just Dev, all right. And the one thing you got to realize, man, the environment that you're in creates who you are. I know a lot of times I say about the Dirks and the whatever, you can just leave your hood and whatever, but this all stems from 2013, 2012, from what he did years ago. Thug is probably a better person nowadays. Now, I don't know if the YFN Lucci thing that happened, I think it said it was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when he tried to get him murked in jail. I don't know if that's true or not, but if someone's changing later on in their life, at that point it's too late. If this is going back all from 2013, 2014, this is just your demons catching up to you at this point, and that's you being a product of your environment. Again, I will say, was Thug actually popping at that point? I think he had Stoner at that time. He wasn't the millionaire, and he was still Slime. And wait, do I get in trouble for saying that? Hey, no more. Hey, hold on. Look, again, we all code how we code. Ain't no more slats, bro. All right, you know what I mean? Ain't no more slats. All right. We gotta stop that, all right? You ain't finna get my ass, because they also said they trying to get Lil Baby, they trying to get Playboy Cardi, they trying to get everybody, they trying to really come down. I wouldn't be surprised if 21 Savage at some point, they trying to come down on him as well. I think that a lot of people that don't really realize, they're like Free Slime and all that, and Free Young Thug, just don't really realize, man, that it's going to catch up to you, man. They're definitely watching you, and this is my advice and my, I'm talking after the fact. As soon as you get some money, man, get the fuck out the hood. Like, and when I say get out the hood, I mean get away from it as far as possible. If that's your fun, if you're from there, you're not required to stay there. You get yourself out the hood, you make enough money, and then get everybody else out the hood. But do not stay there, man. This should be a future lesson. Like, I always like to say, Gunna said it best, your ops can't find you in Australia. And again, I do think Gunna is going to be fine without snitching. Let me have to emphasize that, without snitching, because there's just not that much affiliation that goes on to, I mean, there's not that, even though like I said, with a RICO, all he has to do is be a part of it. But I just think that his lawyers will build up a good defense to just basically say that this is his job. I'm YSL Records. I work here, and that's it. Like, that's really as much, because there's not really too much self snitching in the lyrics from Gunna in the last, like, I'm trying to think, for the last 2-3 years, at least from what I've listened to from his songs. I just think that too with Young Thug, man, it's just, I it just sucks. It really sucks. Like, I feel bad, because I do feel like a lot of people grow up, but then you got to think about it from the other side. Did Thug really grow up? Did Thug really move on from it? I mean, it's just kind of hard to say, especially if he was still involved in the last 2-3 years. I still think at three, what Thug is, 30 something, 33, I think, or whatever. Like, at some point, man, once you have kids too, man, I think that if that doesn't open your eye, man, I don't really understand what will. At that point, I feel like you're just trapped in your environment. And again, as a person, Thug might be great, but with actions comes consequences. All right, and you live and you learn, and this is what happens. With the no bail, with everything that's stemming up, and then again, they're trying to bring Hell's Hammer. I don't see Young Thug going to trial. Again, a lot of people. So how it works is they're gonna go through like 5. From what again, it's gonna be here. They're gonna go through a private trial, and then they're gonna go through the thing. Then they're gonna go through another trial, and then there's gonna be a jury, and then the jury is going to basically say if you're guilty or not. And usually that doesn't work against you, especially when they're gonna not pick black people. And usually you can get half and half. All you need is all you need in a jury. I think a jury is consisting of 12. I believe in Florida it's 10 or 8. All you need is 50% or 60-70%, I believe. Don't quote me on that, lawyer. Somebody put it right, and they got him. Usually it's not in your favor to go to trial. Even as a black man, to go to trial is probably the scariest thing on planet Earth. One of the scariest things on planet Earth, because gators do exist. All right, it's probably one of the scariest things to go through on planet Earth, because you could be innocent, and with a trial, man, anything is up for grabs. If the prosecutor is damn good at his or her job, like, they can make that shit look like you did it, and again, your attorney has to be on point, and it's just really scary, especially why take a plea? There's no reason to take a plea if you're innocent, but sometimes people take pleas just to get it out. Like, give me the misdemeanor, or drop it down, and give me the 5 or the 4 months, because I don't even want to take the risk of maybe getting 20 years. So that's why when you see somebody like a Tory Lanez or somebody that's going to trial, you got to truly believe in your conviction. If that's what it is, again, because I just don't see Thug getting out of it. And I think that there is going to, out of 28 people that they got charged, I just don't see that. I just don't see 28 people being quiet. Hate to break it to you, man. I don't see 28 people shutting up. And Thugga is again, I feel bad for the kids. Thug, I think Thug's gonna do at least 5 years. If you had to ask me, it's just really unfortunate, but it's the reality. And I think that and I don't even think this is a one-time thing. I think literally there's cases going. I think somebody just pled guilty, or took a plea deal for another RICO case in New York, I believe. I think I saw on one of them hip hop Dom news or whatever it was. I just think that they're gonna come down on everybody. And for the people that glorify this type of rap, I'm not saying glorify the rap, but like kind of like egg it on and push it on for this drill scene and all that, like, it's gonna come down, man. It's getting really bad. And I think what's happening too is the fact that Pop Smoke's death and all these artists that have passed away. I think that the government and officials are starting to take initiative, because it's been real tragedy. I can't remember the last time that a lot of these many artists died, big name artists have died in the last 5 years. In my 31 years of being on this earth, I don't recall the last time it's been, this bad. So I just think that, with Young Thug adding on the 7 more charges, they're definitely going to make an example out of him. And they're saying he's the leader of YSL. So Young Thug is not getting out of this clean. I don't see it. It's very sad, and I'm not gonna say he deserves it, but I'm gonna say that play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Sometimes play stupid games, get good prizes. I mean, but that's just how it goes. And that's not me thinking emotional. That's not me thinking of favoritism. That's just me understanding, like, yo, you can't do that, because there's consequences that come with it. Like, it should be for anybody. And again, it is the environment's fault, 100%. But when you're given opportunity, again, I always preach to y'all, man, opportunity does not grant success. You work hard for opportunity, not for success. You work hard for opportunity, and then when you're given that opportunity, it creates success, potential success. So when you're getting that opportunity, now it's your decision what you do with that opportunity. And people do different shit. Some people go on to be billionaires. Some people go on to be the most successful people in the next 10, 20, 30 years. And some people remain the same, but are just successful. And in this case, that is Young Thug. I just think that it's a sad situation. And if Gunna gets out of it, which I hope he does, I just hope that Gunna, once he gets out of it, it's a wake-up call, because not everybody gets 2 chances. Shit, people don't even get 1 chance at that. So, I hope this kind of just, not saying that some people deserve this or you should go through it, but it's happening now, so you are going to go through it. So for Gunna, who's going through it now, and for him to kind of, if he can overcome it, it's a reality of like, hey, you can, as fast as you can hit the top, you can hit rock bottom asape. All right. And so I think that it'll definitely make him a better person, and also make Thug a better person too. I feel like this is my thing. This is the hope I best. I hope he can beat it. Obviously, hope he can beat it. But if he can't beat it, I hope he only does like minimum 4 years, 5 years. Because I'm being realistic. I hope he does 4 or 5 years, because that's gonna be a full 5. They're not gonna cut it at all. Like, there's not gonna be no early release, probation. Like, nah, it's gonna you're gonna do a full term of whatever he gets, and those extra charges are probably gonna be brought down with the plea. They're definitely gonna try to just get him with the murder charge, probably, or try to bring down the murder charge, but get him for something to give him time. That's all the court of law is trying to do. They're trying to win their case. With a plea, the prosecutor is trying to win. That's all what it comes down to. They don't care about, even if they don't get you for the full, they're trying to win. If you go to jail, they win. It goes on their record. For a prosecutor, that's like a championship ring for them. So, it goes on their file, or goes on their record, like, hey, we got Young Thug locked up, and another one off the streets. So that's kind of what they're looking for. So I just think that that's what's going to end up happening. So this is really my opinion, man. It's very sad, but it is what it is. I think that's kind of what it really comes down to. It's sad, but you just got to look at the facts. And I think, again, we all cope differently, man. The one thing I thought that was crazy, man, I saw this one TikTok, right? And I hate TikTok, but I saw this one TikTok, and it said, when you're in the jury, that's another thing I want to talk about too. It's gonna literally be impossible if you listen to Young Thug. That's what really sucks. When they do jury selection, jury duty, that's a thing, jury duty. When they do jury selection, it's gonna be hard to pick someone that is not a Young Thug fan, because that's what they usually try to do. Because if they find out you're a Young Thug fan, and there's a lot of internet footprints nowadays, they're gonna find out that you listen to Young Thug some way or somehow, and it's gonna be a mistrial, and it's gonna go back to trial. That's usually what happens when they find out somebody. Like, you never know. Like, if you do, like, say it's a domestic battery between a transgender or something, and say that there's somebody in the jury that has a previous encounter with a domestic violence transgender. So there's definitely emotional. That's where the emotions come in. You're not supposed to be selected. You're automatically disqualified from shit like that. So if you listen to Young Thug, obviously you're a fan of Young Thug. They're going to pick literally 12 jurors who are not knowledgeable of Jeffrey Williams. And It's gonna be really hard, man. It's gonna be really hard. Like I said, even the jury selection in itself is going against Young Thug, because he's not gonna have. If you even listen to Young Thug, they can't. Usually, that's what they try to do, especially in a black and white case, racism case, or whatever, social injustice case. They'll try to get as many bruhs against white people, what it really comes down to, and then the prosecutor is going to get older white people that would look like they're from the 70s, 60s, who obviously go against the word of somebody that's black, so there's a lot, bro. I did a lot of research, man. It's definitely a scary thing, man. You learn a lot, man. Like, if you have to ever go through that, man, you definitely will learn a lot. But I thought this one TikTok was funny. There's like, imagine if you're a juror, right? And and then you heard this, and you hear this. Look, imagine you're a juror and you hear this, bro. You just I think that's kind of crazy when you look at that line. It said, well, first of all, the song is a jam. Imagine you in a juror and you just like, God damn, this shit slap. When that nigga Thugga, you like you slap, right? But this line literally hit me kind of crazy, because it said that, no, I can't get arrested because I'm talking about my necklace. I don't even have to say anything else, man. That itself should speak for itself, man. It's kind of crazy, bro, really, man. But until the next time, man, it's been boy Dev. Let me know, guys, know how you feel about the situation at hand. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think is gonna happen. For people that are knowledgeable, let me know some actual thoughts of what you think. And yeah, until next time, it's been boy Dev. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. Until next time, man, we're out. Peace.